Hi, my amazing planner friends. It's Jess from Magical Planner. And yes, I have another haul for you guys. This one is from Temu. Now, I don't order from Temu very often, but they did have some really amazing Black Friday stuff. I want to say some of these tapes were less than $1. So overall, the whole order cost me about $35. It might have been 34 or 36, somewhere in that range. But I kind of splurged and I found some cute things. I know there's some controversy around Temu and if it's a good place to shop from or not. I don't really know where I land on that, to be honest, but I did like these products and they were really cheap. And so I went ahead and ordered them. So with that being said, let's kind of get into this. So I did order some stamps. We'll be testing those out as well as one of their stamp pads, a bunch of washi, and I also ordered this. And I'm just sharing this for the completeness of the haul. So I do enjoy diamond painting. It is one of the things that I do to help me deal with my anxiety, because sometimes when my anxiety is high, I just need something to occupy my hands that helps me process a little bit more. So the one thing that I found that really works is I'll put on like a video or something and do a diamond painting. And these really small ones only take me like a day. I don't have a good end for them. I just do them and then they kind of sit in a drawer. But this one is really pretty. It's like this sky with it reminds me of Maine, honestly. So you have like all those sky colors. It kind of makes me think of the Aurora Borealis or Northern Lights. And we have a place up in Maine that looks kind of similar to this. So I got this and it comes with everything you need to do your diamond painting. And I want to say that this was under $5. And I found that Temu or AliExpress are a lot cheaper to buy these from than Amazon, because Amazon, you may be getting the exact same thing, but you're going through another person opposed to buying directly from, the seller or the maker or whatever. So I do actually prefer to buy these from one of those two sites. Not that I buy them very often, but I will say that. Okay, with that being said, let's do washi tape next. So I wanted some really cool, like Christmassy, wintry washi tapes, and I didn't have a ton. Like I have my Simply Gilded washi tapes, I have some Coffee Monster Co. washi tapes, and just a few from the washi tape shop, which I really love, but their rolls are over $20 a piece, and so I can't always justify it unless I'm going to, like, I'm absolutely in love with the roll. So these ran, some of them were only $1, honestly. The most expensive ones I want to say were $2 or maybe $3. So I'm going to tell you what they are and we'll unwrap them and kind of look at them. This one is Coastal Postman. Live a Good Life is what it says there. I know it's sometimes hard to re-find some of these things, or you'll see them from multiple sellers. So let's see if I can, actually, let's push these off to the side so we're just dealing with this one. They are a smaller roll, I will say, than the other companies that I mentioned. That being said, I don't need necessarily a roll that has, 10 meters or whatever on it, because it takes me a while to use up a washi. Well, I've never used up a washi roll, I don't think. Maybe once, but it takes years. Maybe I just need to use it more. Okay, so this one, it looks like there's some kind of adhesive. Sometimes with my nails, it's really hard to get that initial peel up. That's where my tweezers come in handy. So I'm not sure if this one has, no, okay. I was like, I don't think it has backing. I wonder if I can peel that part. Okay, well. So we have a cute snowy scene here. We have this one. I thought these would, and this is on washi paper. They are not cut around them, but that's fine for me. I like this one a lot. So, so cute. Then we have the deer. We have like the sunset or sunrise scene. We have the little town. This is really cute. We have the night sky. We have multiple deer. We have the river going next to the house. Another, you know, just wintry scene with some cabins. This one, I guess, is more sunset. And then we have a town. We have mountains. We have more guys. Oh my gosh, look at this one. That's so pretty. And this one. And then I think we're back at that first one. So to give you an idea. So all the way to there. It's kind of like the full, not that you can see it, but my arms were almost completely stretched out in order to show you all the different images. I do not know exactly how long this roll was. I don't know if it's set on here. Let's see. 70 millimeters by 2 millimeters by 1 meter. So probably 1 meter length is how long it is. Being of the US and not knowing my metric system as well as I should, I cannot tell you how long that is in US standard measurements. But it's big. We'll say that. It's enough. Because it's not, you know, some of these that I've ordered before, they're just barely on the roll, I would say, but this is not the case with this one. And I don't think it was this. I think this is the one that was the most expensive because it's not winter themed. And this might be by the same company. Yes. And it's called Dream Twilight. And this is all clouds. I do prefer the washi tape over the PET tape. I think I'm in the minority on that, which is fine. I just prefer the way that it looks on the page. It more blends into me because I don't like I don't like glossy pictures. And this gives me a matte finish and I feel like it blends in more with my paper. But that's just a personal preference. I know a lot of people are really, really loving the PET tapes. And I think there's 2 or 3 rolls of those here because I wanted to experiment more with them. I was like, maybe I just need to give them more time. Okay. So we have our first cloud scene here. Super pretty. Then we have this one with like the scene down here over water. Just clouds. I thought I could cut these out and do different things. This one I think is a rain scene. Then we have this one. I think this is over water again. Just some, you know, darker clouds. We have this one. I love this one a lot with the like night sky. Then we have the sunset. Oh, I think do we repeat? Because this is the same as this image, isn't it? Oh, but the scene above isn't. Oh, I don't know how they did this. So it might be random. I don't know. Now I'm confused. I'm like, are we repeating? No. Well, we have another one here that I've seen before. I think I've seen that. I don't know. But it looks like a lot of different scenes. So I'm not exactly sure on the order here. If it's just completely random on this one. But again, you have that same length. And I don't know. It looks really nice print quality, to be honest. I don't know if it's quite as good as the washi shop, but it's pretty darn good. I haven't obviously used it. I do prefer sometimes to have the ones with the backing when I'm doing more extensive like artwork type stuff with the washi tapes, which is probably what I'm going to do with this because I'll end up cutting out specific ones and then wanting to match it with other ones that are on the roll. And that way I don't have to discard or find like a book, like a reusable sticker book or something to put them in. Okay, let's go with this one. So I'm going to say these, you know, that packaging is different. I was like, I think some of these other ones, the snowflake ones, I think are from the same shop. I don't know about this one. So this one is from About Winter series, Around the World. I'm not sure other than that. And let's see, 60 millimeters by 2 meters. So maybe is the 60 height? Or is that I don't know. Trying to interpret, like, I can, obviously the millimeters and meters, I can read that, but I can't read any of the other surrounding stuff, so it's always a guessing game. And we will swatch some of these, at least, you know, one scene from each. I don't know that I'm going to swatch all the scenes because that's a lot. But I liked all the trees on this one, and I could see myself using the trees as like background for other things. So I like the tape that they used on those other ones better than the tape that they used to seal this one. Funnily enough, Temu just texted me. That is one thing I really hate about them. And I also hate the gaming type system that they try to trick you into buying more. Not my thing. But I like all these little scenes because I feel like I can incorporate these and then put stickers on top of them. Okay, I think, hold on. So this is the same tree cluster here as we have there. And I think the trees before it are the same. So I'm going to say that this one is a much shorter pattern and you have like from here to there. Either way, you can like individually cut out trees if you really wanted to, or use the different clusters and kind of overlay them and make like a whole forest and that kind of thing, which I think is really cool. And you have a couple of different styles of trees in here, but they're, if you have this style, and then you have the more intricate, realistic ones. And this one almost looks watercolors. So I just like them. Okay, we're going to set that one there. This one I think is one of the PET tape ones. Yes. So this one is Mocard Warm Snowy Nights. And size on this one, hold on. It is PET tape, so we'll see if they're individually cut out, because I think that's one of the things people really like. This one is 50 millimeters by 2 meters by 35 centimeters. Maybe 35 is the height? No, wait. I don't know. But those are the measurements it says on the back. Anyhow. And obviously I have tape on my nail now. That's going to bother me. Is that Temu again? It is. I need to turn off the notifications because they're like texting me constantly and it drives me crazy. I'm like, I'm going to order from you and I want to order for you. And I've only ordered twice. So it is what it is. This is very sticky. Just for the record. Oh my gosh. Okay. I do love having my needlepoint tweezers that I can just poke through the plastic on some of these things, and it's like no big deal. Oh, this is interesting. Unlike the other PE tapes that I have, this is less shiny. It's almost like a more matte feel, so maybe I like this one a little better. But let's see here. Yeah, definitely prefer the tape they did on those other ones. I think those are the two more expensive ones. Not individually cut out, but they're windows. So we have this one with like a shop window. There's like a little bump there. Just looking out on the town. Oh, this one's a whole house. We have like toys and things in that one. I like the fireplace. And then there's this one. And then this is a repeat of that top one. Yeah. So that's how long it is. So you have all of those designs. And they had a bunch of other ones. I just wasn't sure if I was going to like this. They do have snowflakes you can individually cut out on here as well. So I do see the appeal in some of these, especially if they're cut out for you. I don't mind the cutting out, honestly. It's another one of those therapeutic things for me. So, to each their own. I'm sure it adds to the cost to have them all individually cut out. And some of the ones I've seen are much more intricate. Okay, now these two were like $1 each. And they have them in a bunch of different colorways. So if I liked them, I was tempted to go back and buy more, to be honest. But these are the two colorways that appealed to me the most. Sorry, hold on. So there's a like purple and blue colorway, and then this one's just blue. I think there was a white version, but it might have been sold out. But this one is 50 millimeters by 2 meters, and it's called The Snow Falls Silently. And they're both called The Snow Falls Silently, just different colorways. This one is, I think it was lavender or something. It says have a good day. I saw lavender somewhere. Anyhow. So we'll just go ahead and open these. I do like the sparkle on these. It makes me feel like real snow, but I wasn't sure how they were going to look in person. So let's see. And there's a perforated seam here, which makes it a little easier to open. That last one didn't have one. Evidently, we're not following the perforated seam, but that's okay. So I can't tell if it's the background on this one or the way it's layering or what, but there's like a, I don't know, it almost makes me think of styrofoam. Oh, and there's another plastic layer here. How do I open that? Okay, hold on. Give me a second. Because I can see the perforation. Oh, is there a texture to this one? There might be a texture. Oh, okay. There is a slight texture. It's very subtle though. Interesting. And this one, they are individually cut already. Huh. Oh, well, that's what it looks like. Hold on. Let's see if I can get the sparkle for you. So it really does look like freshly fallen snow. I want to give you the sparkle, but I don't know. Hold on. Can I do it? Because like from my angle, it's like shining like crazy. Oh gosh, guys. I wish I could make you guys see that, but I don't think it's coming across. But this is what this one looks like. I'm super excited to play with this. Archer and Olive has that new snowflake notebook that I want so bad. I should have ordered it on Black Friday and I didn't. That is so, so pretty. Could you imagine using these stickers inside it? So, so pretty. All right. I'm trying to figure out how long the pattern is for you guys. Okay. Okay, I think that snowflake there is the same as this one. So maybe that's how long it is. It has a lot of really, really pretty snowflakes. And I like that you have so many different patterns, so many different sizes, and they literally are all cut out like that. So you just have to take them, you know, pick them up, which is really cool. This will be my first tape that is like that. I'm going to go back and see if the other colors are still there. I might, they have the white one, I'm getting it. Sorry, just trying to roll her back up. Okay, and the last one is, of course, this one, which is the same pattern, just in a different color. So we will open it as well. Maybe, if I can get it. There we go. Because I have sticky things all over my desk here. If you hear weird sounds in the background, my trash people have just arrived because it is Friday and Friday is trash day. Okay, hold on. Where's the... Okay, I don't see a perforation on the outside plastic on this one. Maybe I'm overlooking it though. Let's see if I can get it. Okay. It'll be interesting to see how the texture, because it is a very smooth texture, but it's still there with my Hobonichi cousin, whether or not that'll be an issue. I mean, the worst case will be I put my pencil board in, but because it does feel rather smooth, but there is like a definite texture there. So I absolutely loved how they had pink in here too. So pretty. Okay, and there's the beginning one again. So not as long of a pattern, but with snowflakes, I don't feel like you really need to. Especially when you have so many different sizes and everything. All right, here are all the swatches of those washi tapes, so you can really see them in their full glory. They do blend really well into the paper. These are the ones on the washi tape here. And then I was actually surprised by this PE tape. The other one that I have is much more shiny, and this one blends in more, so I like it. So I might get more of those. And then these are the snowflakes, which you can feel like more than you can the washi tapes, but they're so pretty, guys. So incredibly beautiful. All right, next we're going to be testing this out. I've been in search of stamp pads that'll work on my Tomoe River paper for my planners for next year. This one's called Purple Lilac. A lot of the other colors were sold out, so I picked this one to kind of test. I think it might match pretty nicely with this washi tape, so we'll see. But we're going to be testing that one out. I don't know a lot about stamp pads, so I'm not an expert. It's a stamp pad, and I'll be testing the things that are important to me. As far as the stamps that I got, so I got this one because I wanted the weather, and it also has some really small, like, page flags, some arrows, there's a book, there's like a headset here, there's a pin. Let's take it out. I think it might be easier for you to see. And they are the type of stamps that you need an acrylic block to stamp with, which is fine because I have, I think, 2 acrylic blocks now. But here, that's a little better. And this was between $1 and $2. So you get all of your different, icons for the weather, which I wanted to test out. We have goals, focus, review, important priority, to do, urgent, trash, grateful for, habit trackers, don't forget, this week, next week, as well as like a clock. I'm not sure what this one's supposed to be, honestly, but whatever that is, maybe a fridge and a washing machine, a credit card, a weight and a pen, the computer screen, a book, the headphones. And I don't know, I think stamping might be a bigger part of my whole system this next year. This next one, I really like the concept of this. I don't know if in reality it's going to work the way I want it to, but I love old typewriter fonts. I love old typewriters. I used to have one as a little kid. And one of the things I loved the most was just typing on it. And I would I would transcribe books and things because I am that geeky of a person. And I kind of want to get a keyboard for my computer that's the same, but I haven't done it yet. But these are all the keys for a typewriter, so I could spell things out with them and things like that. And I think it's going to be really cool. The one question I have, because I think I only get one set of each letter, So in an ideal world, which maybe if I like this, maybe I'll buy a second set because it's so cheap. Um, I would like to be able to spell out whole words on my acrylic block and then be able to stamp those. So I'm not trying to line things up because I think I do better that way. But I think these are really cute. And it's all of the capital letters and then all of the lowercase letters. Just go through there. You have numbers 1 through 9 and 0, and then you have an add, an exclamation point, a question mark, a period, an @ sign, plus, minus, and equal. So I thought it was really cute. And we will be, I'll test these so you guys can see. I'm not going to test obviously all of them, but we'll pick a few. This one was more icons. So with this one, we have things like mail, presents. It does have weather in here as well. Some different weather that was on that first one. So on this one, there's the windy. It kind of has a cloud with like some straight lines below it. And I like this windy better. We have trees, we have mountains. Although this reminds me of the land pavilion at Epcot because I'm a Disney person. But we also have like airplanes and cameras, the map, the suitcase, the fork and knife. There are more workout ones as well as this little battery. So if you're tired or whatever, I did show you that one. There's also this wind. This looks more like snow to me. A cloud. There's just a lot of different little icons that I might use. So I wanted to test that one out. I will say when I was buying this one, because you can't really zoom in on it, I wasn't sure what all of them were. I could see certain ones and I was like, okay, those are in the row I want. So I'm going to pick that one because there were, I think, 4 different ones. And then this is just floral leaves. So really simple, just some different leaf patterns that I thought that I can combine potentially with some floral stickers to extend them. And I just wanted to test them out because I've gotten some similar to this, only they were bigger from the dollar store. So, and I do feel like these are about the same quality as what you would get at the dollar store. So they're not like amazing stamps, but for what I paid for them, I feel like they're adequate, if that makes sense. All right, let's talk stamp testing. So first, there is something with these stamps. I have to do a little bit more research because what happened is when I went to stamp with them, and it was the case with all of them, so I feel like there's probably some kind of coating going on, but the ink kind of didn't adhere evenly to the stamps and you can kind of see it a little bit more here when I did my stamp, how it's kind of, I don't know, not full, for lack of a better term. The ink on the ink pad, which was this, I don't know, it didn't, and it's still not dry. It's been a couple of minutes and it's not dry. So you can see it's smeared here. It doesn't go through. It is a little drier when you try to do it with like a brush or something. So I think if I'm going to use this ink pad in here, I'm going to use it with like a sponge type brush to do stenciling and not use it to stamp. I like the color. It didn't bleed through, so that's a positive. But yeah, I'm not positive on the stamps, like the quality wise. I did use some Tombow markers to do this stamp, which is I think probably going to be my go-to this next year for actual stamps, is using the Tombow, because so far in my testing, that is the one that has had the best results, which is interesting since I can't really, like, if you swatch the Tombow directly onto your paper with at least my planner for next year, I have some bleed through issues. But with the stamping, because it lessens the amount of ink that's there, I don't seem to be having those issues. So I think this is how I'm going to be using them in the next year. Not positive, but I think that might be the case. Now, as far as the stamps go, let me show you what I mean. As far as the bubbling up, we're just going to take one of the typewriter letters and put it on my acrylic block here. This block I got at Go Wild. So, like, it goes on. Actually, this one's not doing it as much as some of those other ones were. It goes on fine. Okay, maybe it was some of the other letters that were worse. Because that one seems okay with that color. Now I'm confused. I especially had the issue with the lines. So let me find that stamp. Okay, here's the line stamp. And maybe it's because I've touched the top. Maybe it's my finger oils. But like those two were fine, but you can really see it on this bottom arrow, how it just did not adhere. So I'm not sure what that's about. The line ones seem to do better, but on this one, it's all of them. So I need to do some research and figure out, like, do I just need to wipe it with a specific thing, like maybe an alcohol or something, or is that going to do bad things to the stamp? I don't really know. So if you are a stamp person and you've ever seen where the material actually seems to reject the ink, let me know what you did to fix it, because I'm going to do some research and try and figure that out. But I was surprised by that. Otherwise, I think they're really nice. I especially like the typewriter font. I definitely like the florals, like the leaves that I got. As far as the icons go, I did try a few different things. This was me using 2 different colored Tombos, and it wasn't as crisp as I would have liked. And I don't know if that's because I stamped with the other ink first and then did this, and maybe the stamp wasn't completely dry. And so it kind of smushed a little, or if I pressed too hard. I still have a lot to learn about stamps, but this wasn't as good. I did do a square, which was also on that same sheet. I showed you the arrows, which was a different sheet. So I do have a lot to learn. Would I recommend these stamps? I think I would recommend the floral one. I think I like that one. And I think I would recommend the typewriter one, because I think with a little bit more experimentation that I'll get that one down. As far as the icon ones, I'm not 100% positive right now. It depends on if I can figure out how to fix the issue. I did hear stamp with a different stamp pad to see, well, is it a different issue, which was this stamp pad, which I think I got this off of Amazon, which was supposed to work really well on the Temu River paper, which it does on the current year. In the coming year, I am having some bleed through issues. So I'm not sure I'll be able to use that. And I do also have because this is I think it's a pigment. No, this is a chalk ink. This one's a pigment ink. This one definitely bled through. I didn't stamp it today though. So I'm still doing some different things. Now, the other thing I'll say about this particular stamp pad is it obviously does not have the same quantity of ink or the juiciness that these stamp pads do. I'm sure that that's, you have a quantity thing. This was much more expensive comparatively than this, because I want to say this was $2 or $3. I like the color a lot. It almost has a metallicness to it, but it's still not dry completely. So that'll be an issue if I try to stamp with it in my Temu River. Like, part of the appeal of the Temu River paper is that it takes longer to dry for your fountain pens, but you don't want it to take so long that you're smearing things. So somewhere I have a specialty like brush that you can use to brush on for stencils that I got at my last planner conference. And I think if you're using it in that way, because you're putting less ink down in spots and you're kind of brushing it out, I think it might work better for those. So I'm going to do a little bit more experimentation with this on the new Temu River in my new planners for this coming year. And I'll get back to you guys on that. But otherwise, I'm pretty happy overall with my haul. The washi tapes I'm really appreciating. I might buy more of those because I think for like $1 or 2, they're really worth it. I especially love these. I mean, they're just different than anything else I have in my arsenal. So, and I love the clouds because I feel like those are going to be really versatile. So, anyhow, that's everything I have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions about anything, please feel free to ask me. I can try and link products if you guys want that. But with Temu, it's really difficult because of the way that their market works. So I will try. If anybody wants specific ones, just leave me a comment and I'll reply with a link if I can. So anyhow, that's all I have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And until next time, I'll see you real soon.